Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Winter Sloth Plays City Skylines. Now on this episode today we are going to be talking about the new DLC, the Sunset Harbour, and I'm going to just take you through a few small little things about the new DLC. So this is more like a what's new in City Skylines. And then do keep watching my channel because we are actually going to be able to do a let's play of City Skylines again, and hopefully we can get a few more episodes than we did last time, guys, but we'll get there, and through the Let's Play we can properly go into all the new things in Sunset Harbour, like the fishing industry. You'll also get some more metro. Now you can actually go overground and elevated and new transport hubs. A lot of people are dubbing it Mass Transit 2.0. And it's, as first you can see, you get 5 new maps with the DLC, which is the SH, the Sunset Harbour. So you get the Azure Gulf, the Crater Falls, Desert Oasis, Fisher Enclave, and the Swamp Plains. Now the Azure Gulf just looks like a normal sort of like island one. You've got all the connections, got a nice little thing of each of the natural resources. The Crater Falls doesn't have any ship connection, so by the look of it, it's probably just all small little rivers. Desert Oasis doesn't actually have any ship connections either, but that actually does look quite pretty with the small little rock pond there and stuff, so that's quite good. We've got the Fisher Enclave, which has no train. Now I do like my train, so we're probably not going to do that one. And the Swamp Plains has everything as well, so let's probably do the Desert Oasis, and we'll start that one up. Now while the little chippy is actually progressing, she's loading the game up for us, we just talk about the DLC. So it came out today on March the 26th. It's £11.39 if you are in the UK, and let me tell you guys, you cannot go wrong with City Skylines. So I do agree that you should buy the DLC. If you don't have the DLC, if you don't have the base game, please find in the description, guys, links to it on the Steam website, and you can buy it. Maybe not buy the base game today if you don't want, because it's not on sale yet, but normally it does go on sale for a decent price, and then you can just slowly pick up the DLCs, because there's quite a few now, and personally I didn't think they would actually have another DLC. I thought they would probably be now actually working on maybe City Skylines 2, but I'm not going to complain that we've got another DLC for me to actually play and enjoy, because this game is, I've played like 400 hours on this game. It's an amazing game. So obviously I've unlocked everything just so we can see what's actually going on. So we've got the new Metropolitan Airport. Airport and a helicopter stop hub with integrated metro station allows people to conveniently switch between air transport methods for quick access to and from the city. Because you can now get helicopters, guys, as well. So what we're going to do... So we've got water here, but I don't think we've got any fishing. Oh no, we have some trophies, that's it. I got there in the end. The building the fishing harbour unlocks the fishing route tool, which is used to create a fishing route. The harbour needs a complete route to function. Different fishing harbours are able to catch different types of fish, which is determined by the depth and flow of water. Water pollution affects the fish yield. Aquaculture farms are an alternative way to gather high yields of fish and sea plants, but they may suffer from water pollution more than fishing boats due to their statutory nature. Freshly caught fish can be directly sold to consumers at fish markets, or they can be delivered to fish factories for further processing before being sold to commercial zones. So quite similar to how on just the industries that you had here, for example, like the forest, the farming, or stuff like that. We've got a new one basically. We've got the fishing industry, which I think is quite cool. So let's see what we have to do here. So we have the fishing harbour. Sends out low capacity fishing boats that can catch all types of fish. So let's say it can go there. Okay, so this must be the routes. So fishing route. We can say have a bit of a curve. Go around. Curve it round. And say it goes for a little bit around. It's a weird thing to go around that little pond. So what else can we do here? So we can do the fishing harbour. How would you do fishing harbour? dedicated detection. Oh, okay. So you actually get dedicated ones. You can get like a general one or a dedicated one. It's a high catch rate and capacity as long as their fishing routes reach the correct types of fish. Okay, that's quite handy. Salmon, shellfish, tuna. Okay, so that's all the 4 up here, and obviously you get to see which we've got a lot of anchovies. So the fish farm can be used to grow and gather high yields of fish. A farm has growing cycle, and when it completes, it sends the yield to either the fishing market. Okay, so that's just a bigger one that's statutory. Algae farm can be used to grow and gather high yields of algae. Okay, we've got algae as well. Seaweed farm. Fish market takes in fresh fish from harbours and farms and sends it directly to the customers without processing it into goods. Okay, so this one just sells it straight away. You just catch the fish, you literally put it straight back out. Must be on a bit of roadside. Let's see, we have some roads here. Goes to there. So, and then let's say we can put in now obviously guys, because it's a new DLC, a lot of the mods don't work, so normally I would just move that into the corner and get that nice and straight, but that's just not straight at the minute, which is annoying. But as you can see, we've got the fish market here, so they just go doo-doo, which is quite close. And then we also do have the fish factory, takes in fresh fish from harbours and farms and turns them into canned fish, which is delivered to shops in commercial zones. So that's just a way to get more stuff in your commercial zones. So we put that out as well. So quite similar to that one, they actually look very similar. The fish market, it's because I did make the fish market, that's why. Let's try again. The fish factory. Okay, fish factory, so it takes in fish and then just does goods for the commercial zone. That's quite handy. I know there was some new water ones. Let's have a look at the water ones. What is this one? So let's have a look. What you? Inland water treatment plant. Extends the water services to include city buildings far away from open water sources. This building processes and drains the wastewater back into the ground, and the plants surrounding will be affected by ground pollution. So okay, I think this one basically, let's have a look. So basically I think this takes poop and turns it back into normal water, which from previous games, guys, you know that I like the poop water. So then we have, what else we got? Let's have a look. And then we also have the advanced alternative inland water treatment plant, which extends the water. This building processes and drains the wastewater back into the ground, and the plants around it will be affected by. Obviously, so yeah, that's like it's the normal one. Basically, you've got to be careful that you don't have any pollution around it. Now there is some new healthcare ones as well. We've got Elder Care is a small healthcare facility offering treatment targeted specifically at the elderly, which creates a health benefit. Elder Care also extends the lifespan of the elderly within the building's radius. So this is, as a common one, if you do play City Skylines, you do tend to get a death wave every so often. So like every 10, 20 years, you'll get suddenly a massive death wave because of all the people that moved in at one time. They then all die off, and it takes a while for the people to rebuild themselves. So instead, we've sort of got like a care home. Let's say we put the care home here just for example at the minute, which is quite nice. I wouldn't mind living my last years out there. That'd be quite nice. And we also do have the Child Health Centre. It's a small healthcare facility, increases birth rate within the building's radius, and offers health services to children and teens, creating a health benefit. So basically, as this elder care helps the old people sort of stay around a bit longer, this one also increases how many people have babies at the time. So how many people get jiggy with it kind of thing. So I often think that's quite handy. So he's got a nice, this basically looks like a children's nursery pretty much, which is very handy. That'd be quite nice if you had it in a residential area. You can just plop it down and we can see it grow. Okay, so the next other big thing you get now in the sort of DLC is the intercity bus station. Bus stations uses coaches for people to travel to and from the city. Bus stations require highway connections Intercity bus stations doesn't require intercity bus lines or stops, but allows the placement of regular bus stops on the bays. One enables buses to come in from out of your city into the city. So basically, tourists to your city. Like how the regional trains do on the trains, how the planes bring in people. This is just another way for the buses to help as well. Maybe if you're a small town and you just don't want to build an airport yet, or you don't really have a train, you can just have a nice little bus station just so people can actually get around. So let's have a look what it looks like. And that's very, very Americanized, that one is very just generic. But I think it's still quite cool. So think, for example, bus line, form a circle line, buses are automatically sent out from bus depot. And you've got the intercity bus terminal. So you've got the bus station and the terminal, larger alternative to intercity bus station. Bus terminals use coaches for people to travel to and from the city. But allows placement, so this is just a big one. Let's say it goes here. This one's obviously just a bigger one for them to come in, which is quite nice. So this one would probably be more for like a smaller city where you've only got a small city centre. This one could be if you're making, say, a New York type city where it's just really big and you need something that's quite ginormous to put into the middle of your city. Now there are some other new things for the game. So we've got the trolley bus depot. Depot sends out vehicles to lines automatically when it's connected to a trolley bus line. The trolley bus is an electric bus that draws power from overhead wires using spring-loaded trolley poles. So this one's quite similar to the trams in the sense that you have to have a depot. Let's just create a nice bit for this to go on. So it goes up here, there, down. That's very not neat, but it's fine. We can deal with it. I'm only showing you what we're doing today, guys. So let's say it goes there. And then as like the trams, you do also have to have the correct basically road for it. So you've got 2-lane road with trolley bus wires. You've got one-way road, and then you've also got a trolley bus wire 4-lane. So unlike the trams where you had a dedicated one, this one has to go on the road because obviously it is a bus at the end of the day, so it's got to go on the road. So let's, for example, say it just goes down. Now I'm not sure if it can actually connect with this one. So what we might do is create like a little loop around there, and then what we can do is connect this one so it has to go basically on the road, it can't go into a station. So let's see, and hopefully I should see a bus come out of here. Yep, there it goes. They're going along. They're quite actually cool. I don't know how many's on this line for some reason. Let's have a look. 2, okay. But obviously they're very straight, spread out, and there's not anyone in the city at the minute, so that was always handy. There goes my little ship as well, which is so cute. It's like a small little fishing boat, but it's just so cute. But as you can see, it's just, these would be quite nice, especially in like a main metropolis like say a New York type city. These would be quite handy to put in the middle like a city centre, and then you could have these for a bit more out, or you can just have normal buses for taking them a bit more further out of the actual city. So there is some more new metro things as well. So that's the tram, that's fine. So now we've also got the elevated metro station, the metro station. So let's say we've got the elevated, that's the normal one. And say this is the elevated one. And then we've got some new tracks. That's a bit of a bend. You should not be able to do that. But okay, I do quite like this elevated one. This elevated one is very nice. It reminds me again of New York, how a lot of their metros you do have to walk up to be able to get into them. But what you should be able to do as well is say we go along, so we go down. Should be able to then go basically down as well. And then basically we can connect it up to a normal one. So say, pop it over there. So you can have some for like the proper in the city centre type metro stations, and then you can also have them for outside as well, which to me I think is actually beautiful. It's just a really nice way to actually see into the game. So this goes around, down, through. So it's quite a nice way, so you can have all basically in the city centre, you can have them all just underground, and then as they get further out, say for example the London Underground, with a lot of its lines, as it gets further out of the city, it becomes overground again, which I actually think is beautiful. Let's say we've got one going from there, there, then it comes back again and creates a line. So let's see this one actually going off. I don't know where it's going to start though, because there should be a new train as well. Let's see where it is. Oh, there it is. It's gone under. Okay, let's just wait for it to pop back out so we can actually see what it's going to do. Oh, that was too quick cut then. So yeah, we've got these new sort of trains, which actually I think are quite nice. They're quite a nice addition to the game. Nice metro. So what other ones do we have? So that's the new metro for the game. Do you want the trains? We've also got shipping lines, but obviously that's fine. Airports. So we now have, let's have a look. We now have the helicopter depot, which, let's say it goes here. So the helicopter depot is like how in Metro where we got the blimps in the mass transit, and this is basically similar, which honestly, who's going to just randomly take a helicopter across the city? But for some reason that's what actually happens in this game. It's just like, that's what you're going to do. Let's build out a new road. So going out this way, just so I can get a few more helicopter pads in. And then I'm assuming it's this one, yep. I wanted that to be turn, turn. Like so. And then we also do have the helicopter stop. So this one was the helicopter depot. And then you also do have the little stops you can put anywhere else you want to. It's very long actually, but that is actually quite cool. So let's say we then, oh, so you can't connect to the depot, so that one's just got to loop itself around on its own. Then we have, also we should have somewhere, cable, taxis, postal. Okay, so then this is basically the new public transport hubs. So we have the bus intercity bus hub. So this is bus terminal intercity bus hub. It's a large building with local bus stops and a bus platform configuration with separate platforms for intercity buses. Let's have a look what this one looks like. So if I was to use this one, and then I think the intercity ones would stop here. And then we'd come in just here. So this is the bus terminal. So I think one of these is just for the ones coming out of the city, and then ones coming into the city. And then we also have the bus metro hub. Basically, it's a bus terminal and metro station where tracks go into 4. That is actually quite handy. And once again, run out of space. Let's just run and build loads of road. Just so I can show everything off. So as you can see, this one actually has 2 stations, which is beautiful. And actually quite nice. This does remind me very much of New York in the sense that they have a lot of their entrances to their metro with a cover over, which is nice, unlike the normal metro cover, which is not very nice. But the metro intercity bus hub, so this one basically is just the coaches coming in from the city connecting to the metro. So let's say go. Now this would be, it's going to be beautiful to be able to create separate lines from people, so you can have certain lines like you do on the underground, in the sense that like this is going to be Victoria coach station and then this one's going to be Warwick Avenue or something. Then we have the train metro hub, so this one's a new train one. This way. Oh, this one can just, oh, it has its own road, that's why. Just like so. Okay, so this is quite nice. It actually has its own road, so you can have the trains coming across and bound both sides, but still connected through the middle, which is quite nice because in a lot of games I've played of this, it's very hard if you want to have separate train lines, but you don't want to have them basically on the same track. At least this way you can have it across the road. We also obviously have the new, we have the ferry and bus stop. That's not new. International, and then we've got this new airport, which I know a lot of people have actually been loving. But honestly, that is beautiful. I do like the addition of this, and then you could carry this on by just putting in, say, like more parking spaces here. So this one basically has between planes, helicopters and metro. So you've got the helicopters here, you've got the obviously aeroplanes, and then if we go into just normal metro, you can see it has one metro station underneath, which again, that's beautiful because you can just send things across. And then unique buildings, there should be one new unique building. So basically it's this one. Reach a population of 10,000, you get the Aviation Club. Offers local aviation hobbyists and small plane owners a place to do recreational flight within the city limits. So basically this is basically for it's people who are rich and able to afford their own plane. They can come and just play along and stuff like that. Now, that's basically it. There's not too much more. There is a few new policies for districts. So let's say we made this to one district. And it's going to turn out to be, say, so we have the fishing license. The city offers fishing licenses to citizens in exchange for a small amount of money. Increases all residential tax income by 5%. Cost reduces citizens' happiness and increases crime by 5%. So we've got a new one for obviously the fishing. We also do have helicopter priority. And I think it's in city planning. We have sustainable fishing. Take steps to minimise the environmental impacts of fishing. Decreases fish yields by 10%. Increases fishing harbour upkeep by 15%. Increases citizen happiness by 15%. And commercial income from goods by 5%. So basically that's the green version of the fishing. We have dolphin safety fishing. Adapts new technology to ensure minimum dolphin facilities during tuna fishing. So basically again that's quite good for if you want to be a green city and you want to basically look after your tuna. And then the local aviation club starts organising airplane tours. Increases building plane count, entertainment and city attractiveness. Cost increases building noise pollution by 50%. So basically this is all the thing. You only get about 4 new ones. So my honest opinion, guys, of the game is I love these new transport hubs, especially this airport and this train one. I do enjoy this train one because it'd be beautiful to actually have cars going through. It'd be nice for, say, in the middle of the city where you don't have too much space to build out separate lines from one train station. You can just have these as together, so I think that's quite nice, and you don't have to try and worry about connecting them across the road and having people just disrupt traffic. And I do like the new buses, for example the trolley bus. I do like the fact that we're now going to be able to get buses from out of the city and bring them in. Now fishing, if you were a big fan of the industry DLC, then I think you will enjoy the fishing. It's another way for actually creating a new area, but to me, I think it's just something new, something that I might not use after a while. Like these hubs I will definitely use, and the new metro I will definitely use, because I think that's a nice way to do new distinctive areas of your city where you've got like the elevated ones for a more built up metropolitan area, then you've got the more ones down here, like the flat ones that can be more for out of the city, and you've also got the just normal ones for basically when you have no space in your city. And the trolley bus I think is cool, but it's just another, it's basically a tram just in a bus form, but I think it is quite cool. But do let me know guys if you do decide to buy the DLC, or if you just decide to buy the game and just want to try out on just the base game before you go into DLCs. Do let me know in the comments guys. And do watch out for my let's play of this DLC, because I will actually create a new city and we can start again playing City Skylines on this channel, and hopefully will last a few more episodes than we did before. But that's just a quick rundown of the new additions from Sunset Harbour, the new DLC for City Skylines. I do hope you enjoyed watching me just talk through the few different bits, and I'll see you again on the next video. Do have a pleasant and fabulous day guys, and I'll see you again. This is Wintersloth signing out.